Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Love Hangover Buffy the Vampire Slayer table reading. Tonight, you're going to see a comedic and dramatic reading of Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode two. Season two, episode 16, Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered. Um, Before we get started, we would like to acknowledge that we are made aware of the allegations of workplace harassment, misogyny, and racism against the allegations against creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Josh Whedon. We stand with the survivors of those who have experienced misogyny, workplace harassment, and racism. Tonight's show, we stand with the actors, the writers, and the creators. And not the creator, I'm sorry. The actors, the writers, and anyone besides the creator. All right, let's get started. Xander pacing, holding a blanket, contemplating, holding the trinket, contemplating it. Buffy sitting on a headstone nearby.
What do you think?
It's nice.
But do you think Cordelia will like it?
I don't know. Does she know what one of these is?
Okay, big yucks. When are you guys gonna stop making fun of me for dating Cordelia?
I'm sorry, but never. I just think you could find someone more better.
Parallel universe, maybe. Here, the only person I'm interested in is unavailable.
Oh.
Besides, Cordy and I have been getting along. We don't fight as much. Yesterday, we just sat together, not even speaking, just enjoying comfortable silence. Man, that was dull.
Well, I'm glad you guys are getting along, almost really. And you shouldn't stress about the gift.
This is new territory for me. My Valentines are usually met with heartfelt restraining orders.
She'll love it.
I wish dating was like slaying. Simple, direct, straight to the heart. No muss, no fuss.
He's cut off when a vampire rises from the grave he's standing on right in front of him. Xander yells, falls back. Buffy leaps from her perch, grabs a stake from her coat. A vicious battle ensues. The vamp is strong, and Buffy's almost overcome, but finally manages to dust the dude. As Buffy recovers, then she helps Xander to his feet. They start to move off as they disappear into the distance.
Sorry, Zan. I have to say, slaying is a tad more perilous than dating.
You're obviously not dating Cordelia.
Blackout, end act one. Exterior school day. School is about to start and kids rush everywhere. Cordy sees Harmony and the Cordettes. They see her too, but keep going. Their heads bowed as they whisper.
Hey, what up?
Cordy rushes to catch up with them, peeved.
Excuse me, where's the fire sale?
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you.
Why didn't you guys call me back last night? We need to talk about our outfits for the dance. I'm going to wear red and black, so you'd better switch.
Red and black? Is that what Xander likes?
Xander? What's he got to do with it?
Well, a girl wants to look good for her geek.
This is just...
When are you two going to start wearing cute little matching outfits? Because I'm planning to vomit.
Harmony starts off, the Cordettes follow. Cordelia can't believe it. Interior classroom day. Xander, Willow, and Buffy are all in English class with Miss Beekman, a tough old dame. The bell rings and students start to rise.
Papers on my desk. Anybody tries to leave without giving me a paper is looking at a failing grade.
Xander sits with Buffy and Willow, clutching his paper.
This time I'm ready for you. No F for Xander today. This baby's my ticket to a sweet D-.
The bunch comes up by Amy, daughter of the cheerleading trophy.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, are you guys going to the Valentine's dance at the Bronze? I think it's going to be fun.
Buffy and Willow exchange looks, Willow bursting to say something.
Go ahead. You know you want to say it.
My boyfriend's in the band.
Cool.
I think you've told everybody.
Only in this hemisphere.
What about you, Buffy?
Valentine's is just a gimmick to sell cards.
Oh, bad breakup, huh?
Believe me when I say
Thank
She hands
you.
Miss Beekman looks at Amy expectantly, but Amy just stares deeply into the teacher's eyes. Suddenly,
Thank
Miss
you.
Amy smiles coolly, moves off, revealing Xander, who has seen this whole exchange. He looks after Amy, intrigued, hands his paper in and starts after Amy, but getting no response from Miss Beekman, stops to say crankily,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
interior school hallway. Buffy and Willow peel off from Amy with goodbyes, walk down the hall.
I just hate to think of you solo on Valentine's Day.
I'll be fine. My mom and I are going to have a pig out in VidFest. It's a time-honored tradition among the Loveless.
Did you guys see that?
What?
In class, I think I just saw Amy working some magic on Miss Beekman.
You mean like witchcraft?
Well, her mom was a witch.
And an amateur psycho. Amy's the last person that should be messing with that stuff.
Maybe I should talk to...
Buffy, might I have a word with you?
Have a sentence even.
Good, well,
I like that line.
Giles is unable to finish because just as they are passing her door, Miss Calendar emerges from her classroom. Everyone stops, awkward. It's evident that there is a lot of bad feeling here. Buffy can't even look at her.
Rupert,
Miss Calendar.
I'm glad we ran into each other, actually. I was hoping we could. Do you have a moment?
Oh, well, not just now. I have a matter I must discuss with Buffy.
He turns to Buffy, who finally glances at Calendar, cold.
Right, let's go.
Giles nods to Calendar, a hint of sorrow evident in his eyes. He and Buffy walk off. A beat as Calendar watches them go, Willow and Xander looking from them to her. Interior library daytime. Buffy's at the table watching Giles pace, clearly agitated.
Are you okay?
Me? I'll be fine. I'm more concerned about you, actually. Ever since Angel turned, I've been reading up on his earlier activities, learning more about his habits, feeding patterns, the like.
And?
There's a very disturbing trend. Around Valentine's Day, he's prone to rather brutal displays of what he would think of affection, I suppose.
Like what?
No need to go into detail.
That bad?
Suffice to say, it'd be best if you stayed off the streets for a few nights. I can patrol, keep my eyes on things. Better safe than sorry.
It's a little late for both.
Off Buffy and Giles, anything but happy Valentine's puppies. Interior factory night. Clothes on a velvet box, which is open to reveal an incredible antique ruby necklace. Widened to reveal Drusilla and Spike at the table.
Fancy it, pet?
Oh, it's beautiful. Sparkly.
Nothing but the best for my...
He cuts off as a bloody human heart falls out on the table before Drew with a sickening wet plop. Drusilla's eyes widen with absolute delight, and we see Angel standing at her side, grinning.
Happy Valentine's Day, Drew.
Oh, Angel, it's still warm.
I found it in a quaint little shop, girl.
Angel grabs the necklace Spike got Drew from the box. He leans over to Drew with the necklace in hand, looks to Spike.
Here, I'll just.
He starts to fasten the necklace around Drew's neck. Spike rolls closer.
Leave it. I'll get it.
Done. I know Drew gives you pity access. But you have to admit, it's so much easier when I do things for her.
Spike seethes and snaps at Angel.
You do well to worry less about Drew and more about that Slayer you tramped around with.
Dear Buffy, I'm still trying to decide the best way to send my regards.
You could rip her lungs out. That might make an impression.
It lacks poetry.
It doesn't have to. What rhymes with lungs?
Don't worry, Spike. Angel will find his way. In time, Angel always finds what speaks to a girl.
Interior, the Bronze Night. The Bronze is decked out for a Valentine's Day dance. Dingo's Ate My Babies play on stage. Oz is up front. Xander and Willow sit at the table. Xander, elegantly dressed and groomed, fidgets nervously with a small gift box. Willow watches the band enraptured with Oz. Smiles. Willow smiles back, gets the googly feeling.
I think I'm a groupie.
Xander smiles at her, then goes back to being nervous. On Cordelia. Cordelia, who enters looking drop dead gorgeous. She sees Harmony in the Cordettes. She starts to approach, but they all turn their backs on her. Cordy stops, hurt, at a loss. Interior, Buffy's living room. Nighttime, Buffy and her mother are splayed out in front of the tube. A prodigious pile of junk food surrounds them. They are nearly comatose with fullness.
Pass me the Molomars.
I can't move.
Good.
The doorbell rings. Buffy pulls herself off the couch with great effort. Buffy opens the door, nothing but chilly night breeze. She looks around, suddenly alert. Buffy closes the door and sees the television now chatters to an empty room. Her mom is nowhere to be seen.
Mom?
Silence. Buffy moves through the kitchen cautiously. A noise spins her around, but it's just a tree branch scratching the window. She takes a few steps back. We can see behind her, but she cannot. The back door is opening. She walks smack into.
Buffy, it's me.
Sorry, you startled me.
I went to check the back door.
She lifts a long black flower box, hands it to Buffy.
Someone left these for you.
A dozen beautiful blood red roses and a card marked soon. Interior, the Bronze. Xander spots Cordelia, takes a deep breath and approaches.
Hey.
Your clothes. You look nice.
I let Buffy dress me. Well, not physically.
Perfect. You just had to make this harder, didn't you?
Oh, okay. Clearly the fact that I please you visually got us off on the right foot here.
Xander?
Let me finish. I've been thinking a lot about us, the why and the wherefore, and once, twice, a kissy here, a kissy there. You could chalk it up to hormones, but hormones can only take you so far. Okay, really far. And maybe that's all we have here. Twandry teen lust. But maybe not. Maybe something in you sees something special in me and vice versa. I mean, I think I do see something so.
He thrusts the gift box into her hands. Struck dumb, Cordelia opens it, pulls the silver heart from it.
Xander, thank you. It's beautiful. I want to break up.
Not really the reaction I was going for.
I'm sorry, I really am. It's just, who are we kidding? I mean, even if parts of us do see specialness, we just don't fit.
Okay, yeah, okay. You know what's a good day to break up with someone? Any day besides Valentine's Day. You were just running low on dramatic irony?
I know. I didn't mean to do it like this.
Well, you did.
He walks off. Cordelia looks down at the heart. Interior school, hallway day. Xander walks down the hall, a picture of misery. A few girls who were at the bronze the night before pass giggle. A jock that he passes slaps him on the back and says with an incongruous bonhomie,
Dude, way to get dumped.
Xander sucks it up and walks on. Then he sees Buffy, who is power freaked after her visit from Angel.
Buffy, my bud, you would not believe the kind of day.
Can't talk right now. It's Angel.
Well, do you need help?
It's all right.
She leaves him in the dust. Then Xander sees Cordelia, Harmony, and the Cordette standing nearby. Harmony smirks.
Gee, Xander, maybe you should learn a second language so that more girls can reject you.
Cordelia looks away, ashamed, as Harmony and the Cordettes crack up. Xander turns and goes through the doors down the hall. Interior, another hallway. Daytime. As soon as he is in the hall, he passes Amy. He stops her, grabbing her arm. Sudden purpose in his eyes.
What are you doing?
Amy, good to see you. You're a witch.
No, I'm not. That was my mom, remember?
I'm thinking it runs in the family. I saw you work in that mojo, Miss Beekman. Maybe I should tell someone about that.
That's so mean.
Blackmail is such an ugly word.
I didn't say blackmail.
Yeah, well, I'm about to blackmail you, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Okay, what do you want?
What do I want? I want a little respect around here. I want, for once, to come out ahead. I want the Hellmouth working for me.
He looks at Cordy through the glass in the doors.
You and me, Amy, we're going to cast a little spell.
Blackout. End of Act 1. Interior, empty classroom. Amy is looking at Xander, perplexed.
A love spell?
Just the basic, can't eat, can't sleep, can't breathe anything, the little more.
That kind of thing is kind of hard. I mean, to make someone love you for all of eternity.
Whoa, back up. Who said anything about eternity? A man can only talk self-tanning lotion for so long before his head explodes.
Then I don't get it. If you don't want to be with her forever, then what's the point?
The point is, I want her to want me desperately. Then I could break up with her, subject her to the same hell she's putting me through.
I don't know, Xander. Intent has to be pure with love spells.
Right. I intend revenge, pure as the driven snow. Now, are you going to play, or do we need to chat some more about invisible homework?
Amy knows she's beat.
I'll need something of hers. A personal object.
Interior library day. Buffy enters, drops the card that Angel left for her on the book Giles is reading. He picks it up, looks at it.
Soon what, Giles? I mean, you've never held back on me until the bad thing in the dark became my ex-honey.
Where did this come from?
He said it with flowers. This is no time to start acting protective of Guy, okay? I can't hang around and I can't prepare when I don't know what's coming.
Of course, you're right. Sit down.
Interior school hallway. Cordy is walking down the hall when she sees Xander marching towards her, purposeful. She starts to go the other direction, but Xander cuts her off.
Don't flatter yourself. I'm not going to make a big scene. I just want the necklace back.
What? I thought it was a gift.
Last night, it was a gift. Today, it's scrap metal. I figure I can melt it down, sell it for fillings or something.
You're pathetic.
A beat. Xander taps his foot impatiently.
Come on, I'm not going to add it to the Cordelia Chase cast-off collection.
Give me that back.
It's
in my locker.
I can wait.
Cordelia hops over to her locker, opens it, close on Cordelia, who hides behind the locker, waits until Xander isn't looking, and then discreetly removes the necklace from around her neck. She's been wearing it under her blouse. On Xander, who watches Cordelia slam the locker shut, move back to him with the necklace in her outstretched hand.
This is the real one. Here, thank God we broke up. Now I don't have to pretend to like it. Ugh.
Xander snatches it from her and moves off. Interior science lab night. The room is dark except for the light of one candle. Amy has drawn a large female symbol on the ground in red chalk. Xander, shirtless, kneels in the center of the chalk circle, holding the aforementioned candle. Amy reads from her spell book.
Diana, goddess of love and the hunt, I pray to thee, let my cries bind the heart of Xander's beloved. May she neither rest nor sleep.
Amy drops the heart-shaped necklace into her brew. The brew ignites and starts to spew red smoke. Amy starts to tremble.
Until she submits to his will only. Diana, bring about this love and bless it.
Amy is quaking with cosmic energy as she addresses Xander, her tone urgent.
Blow out the candle, now.
Xander obeys her command. They are plunged into black, a long silent beat, then Xander's shaky voice.
Great, really good spell. Can I put my shirt on now?
Interior lounge day. Yes, please put it on. Interior lounge day. Xander enters ready for love. Then he spouts Cordy in the lounge with Harmony, saunters over. He stands near Cordy for a beat, smiling and preening. Finally.
What?
Morning, ladies.
Seductively.
Some weather we've been having.
Cordy is obviously surprised by his approach.
What do you want? You can't be sniffing around for more jewelry to melt, because all you ever gave me was that Walmart-looking thing.
Damn. Xander's smile falters. He moves a little closer to her, speaks softly.
Is this love? Because maybe on you it doesn't look that different.
What? What is up? Are you going like stalker boy on me?
That's enough testing for Xander.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Xander moves off, chagrined. Cordelia turns to Harmony.
What is his deal?
I know. Did he cut his hair or something? He looked halfway decent for a change.
Off Cordy, confused by Harmony's comment. Interior Library Day. Buffy is with Giles going over further Watcher diaries.
Here's another Valentine's Day. Yes, Angel nails a puppy to.
Skip it.
But
I don't want to know. I don't have a puppy. We can skip it.
Right. Let me get the next batch.
He crosses to his office as Xander enters glumly.
I have a plan. We use me as bait.
You mean make Angel come after you?
No, I mean chop me into little pieces and stick me on hooks for fish to nibble at, because that would be more fun than my life.
I heard about you and Cordy. It's her loss.
Not the popular theory.
Ooh. You know what I'd like? Why don't you and I do something tonight? Just us.
Really?
Yeah, we can comfort each other.
Would lap dancing enter into this scenario at all? Because I find that very comforting.
Play your cards right.
Okay, you do know that I'm Xander, right?
I don't know. I heard you and Cordy broke up, and I was surprised at how glad I was.
She's very close to him now. And since you asked, yes, there's heat. Yet her advances are more than sex kittenish. Her advances are more than sex kittenish. They're sincere.
It's funny how you can see a person every day and not really see them, you know?
Enraptured.
It's funny and it's just getting funnier.
When you think about it, we make a lot of sense.
Amy enters somewhat timidly.
Xander, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, okay. Hold that thought. Type me.
He goes off with Amy. Interior hall, outside library, contiguous. They stop right by the doors. Xander is looking in anxiously at his newly affectionate Buffy.
Xander, I don't think this spell worked out quite right.
Yeah, we bombed. No biggie.
Well, we could try again. I'm still pretty new at this.
It's okay. You know what? It was wrong to meddle with the forces of darkness. And I see that now. I think we've grown. I gotta go.
Oh, well, we don't have to cast any spells. We could just hang out.
Sure. What?
Well, I really liked spending time with you. You're so sweet. It's funny how you can see a person every day and, you know.
Not really see them.
Exactly.
The wind goes right out of Xander's sails. In fact, his sails fall down. He looks in to see Buffy through the window, who smiles seductively at him as Giles reads something to her that she didn't.
So anyway, I thought it might be fun to, study more and.
Hi, Xander.
What?
You're in Mr. Baird's history class, right? I thought maybe we could study together tonight.
Do you mind? We were talking.
I really have to leave right now.
Well, here's my number if you want to.
She holds up a little slip of paper, but he takes off. A beat later, and he appears in the frame and takes the paper and leaves again. Interior Xander's room, nighttime. Xander races in, locks the door, exhausted and shaken. He moves to his bed and starts to lie down, but yelps and jumps up when he realizes he is not alone. Willow sits up and smiles. Xander, wary, starts to inch to the door.
Sorry. I wanted to surprise you.
Good job. High remarks.
Oh, don't be so jumpy. I've been in your bed before.
Yeah, Will. But we were in footy pajamas.
Willow's manners become more and more sweetly predatory. This is a new Willow, sexual and mature.
Xand, I've been thinking.
Will, I think I know what you're thinking, but this is all my fault. I cast the spell and it sort of backfired.
How long have we been friends?
A long, long time. Too long to do anything that might change it now.
Oh, but friendships always change. People grow apart. They grow closer.
This is good. How close are we now? I feel comfortable with this amount of closeness. In fact, I could even back up a few paces and still be happy. See?
I want you, Xander. I want to be my first.
Baseman? Please tell me you're talking about softball.
Now she gets out of the bed. We see now that she's wearing his button-down shirt.
That's
she moves towards
only. Oh, sorry.
We both know it's right.
He pins him against the door, tries to kiss him, but he turns away.
It's not that I don't find you sexy.
Is it Oz? Don't worry about him. He's sweet, but he's not you.
Yes, he is. And you should go to him, because he's me.
She nibbles his ear.
Don't make me use force.
Wow, you can really tell this scene was written by a man over 20 years ago.
This is it. This all has to stop. It's time for me to act like a man and hide.
Interior school. Oh, wait. Yeah, he flees, leaving Willow in his room. Interior school hallway day, a new day. Cordelia approaches Harmony and the others, but they give her the cold shoulder.
Ah, very funny. What did I do now? Wear red and purple together?
You know what you did. Xander is wounded because of you.
Are you tripping? I thought you wanted me to break up with him.
You better look at yourself, Cordelia. Only a sick pup would let Xander get away, no matter what her friends say.
Harmony and the others leave Cordelia stunned. She finally calls after them.
What does it take to make you people happy?
Interior school hallway, another area, daytime. Slow-mo, a pair of feet move down the hall. Cool guy music plays over. But when we widen, we see that the feet belong to a terrified Xander instead of a hip love god. Every person in the hallway is staring at him. The women all gape adoringly, and the men all glare, enraged. Xander ducks into the library. Interior library day. Giles sees Xander enter, reacts to obvious agitation.
Xander, what is it?
It's me. I'm throwing myself at your mercy.
What? Why?
I made a mess, Giles. See, I found out that Amy's into witchcraft, and I was hurt, I guess, so I made her put the love whammy on Cordy, but it backfired. And now every woman in Sunnydale wants to make me her cuddle monkey, which may sound swell on paper, but...
Calendar enters, marches up to Giles.
Rupert, we need to talk. Hey, Xander. Nice shirt.
Calendar tries valiantly to stay focused, but is drawn all the while like a magnet to Xander. As she speaks, she rests her hand casually on Xander's arm.
Rupert, I know you're angry at me, and I don't blame you, but I'm not going away. I care too much about you two. Have you been working out?
Giles grabs Calendar and moves her away from Xander, livid, understandably.
I can't believe you'd be fool enough to do something like this.
Oh no, I'm twice the fool it takes to do something like this.
Has Amy tried to reverse the spell?
I get near Amy and all she wants to talk is honeymoon plans.
Miss Calendar?
Oh, yes. Rupert, maybe I should talk to Xander alone.
He's a child. Do you have any idea how serious this is? People under influence of love spells are deadly, Xander. They lose all capacity to reason. And if what you say is true, and the whole female population is affected, then don't leave this library. I'll find Amy. See if we can stop this thing.
Giles begins to go, but remembers Calendar, who's staring at Xander predatorily. Giles grabs her, and he takes off with Calendar in tow. A beat. Xander drags the card catalog in front of the library doors. He steps back, and the doors open away anyway, since they open out. Buffy steps around the card catalog.
Alone at last.
Looks up to see. Oh, sorry.
Alone at last.
Buffy entering wearing nothing but a raincoat and heels. This raincoat is tied with a belt. I apologize, y'all.
Gave me a heart attack.
She looks him dead in the eye.
I'm going to give you more than that.
Xander scrambles away from her, but Buffy's right on top of him, moving in.
Buffy, for the love of God, don't open that raincoat.
Come on, let's party. Aren't you going to open your present?
Not that I don't want to. Sometimes the remote, impossible probability that you might like me was all that sustained me. But not now. Not like this. This isn't real to you. You're only here because of a spell. I mean, if I thought you had one clue what it would mean to me, but you don't. So I can't.
A flash of deadly anger crosses her features. Fatal attraction time.
So this is all a game to you?
A game? No.
Buffy's ire rises. She advances on him, menacing.
You make me feel this way, and then you reject me? What am I, a toy?
Buffy, please, calm down.
I'll calm down when you explain yourself.
Buffy looks like she's about to inflict bodily harm, but then the doors open and Amy enters, furious.
Get away from him. He's mine.
I don't think so. Xander, tell her.
What? I.
He doesn't have to say. I know what his heart wants.
Amy starts to move towards Xander. Buffy blocks her.
Funny, I know what your face wants. What is this? Are you two-timing me?
Goddess Hecate, work thy will.
Amy raises her arms to Buffy. Her eyes go black.
Uh-oh.
Before thee, let the unclean thing crawl.
A ball of energy flies from Amy's hands.
Buffy!
The energy explodes as it hits Buffy, engulfing her until it and Buffy seem to vaporize. A beat as Xander and Amy recover. Xander moves to where Buffy disappeared, looks to the floor. Xander horrified.
Oh my God.
Blackout. Part 2. Interior library day. Giles enters with Calendar in tow.
Lord, what was that?
Buffy.
Where is she?
Close on the floor.
It's a rat.
Where a large rat, aka Buffy, emerges from a crumpled up raincoat. It darts this way and that, freaked.
Oh my God.
Why is she here?
Do you think we can focus for 1 minute? You turned Buffy into a rat.
Buffy can take care of herself. Let's go somewhere private.
Can you? I'm not going anywhere until you change her back.
You heard him. Undo your magic trick and get lost.
Who made you queen of the world? I mean, you're old enough.
What can I say? Xander's too much man for the pimple squad.
Amy
Goddess
feels her eyes go black.
Hecate, to you I pray. Oh.
Would you quit it with the Hecate?
Still covering her mouth, Xander moves with Amy to Giles and hands her off to him.
No more talkie from this one.
Interior school day. Cordelia closes her locker, is surprised to see Harmony, the Cordettes, and a bunch of other women of all ages and sizes, staring daggers at her. Harmony approaches, the others staying back.
Okay, what now? You don't like my locker combo? Like what?
It's not right. You never loved him. You just used him. You make me sick.
I mean, if you need to borrow my Midol, just ask.
Harmony slaps Cordelia in the face. Cordy stops, shocked. She turns to go, and Katie is there, slams her back into the lockers. Interior library day, clothes on the Buffy rat, darting toward a safe corner.
We have to trap the Buffy rat. We have to.
Buffy just...
He's about to pick her up when the library doors slam open and Oz strides in. He moves to Xander and punches him. Buffy rat, freaked out, runs out the swinging library doors.
That kinda hurt.
Kinda? What was that for?
Uh-oh. Sorry. I know why. I was on the phone all night listening to Willow cry about you. I don't know exactly what happened, but I was left with a very strong urge to hit you.
I didn't touch her. I swear.
Giles interrupts, coldly furious, looking at the ground.
Xander, where did Buffy go?
Xander and Giles both get down and look on the ground. Amy and Calendar don't move. They are too busy glaring at each other. Xander notices Oz's puzzled look.
Amy turned Buffy into a rat.
Oh.
I don't see her. If anything happens to her, I'll just go home. Lock yourself away. You're only going to cause more problems here. Amy, Jenny, and I will work on breaking the spells. Oz, if you could aid us in finding Buffy.
Sure, absolutely.
Go.
Xander is about to speak, but Giles cuts him off.
Go. Get out of my sight.
Interior school hallway day. Xander checks the hall, sees the gang of women involved in some kind of angry commotion. He heads in the other direction, but stops as he realizes that the sounds are violent. On the women gathered around Cordelia, now they are hitting her, pulling her hair.
Oh. You thought you could do better? Is that it?
No, bitch.
Well, knock that snotty attitude right out of you.
Whoa.
A shower of blows rains down on Cordelia. She scrams on Xander, who now sees that Cordelia is in trouble. He runs toward the mob.
It's him! It's him!
The mob runs towards Xander. Xander sees Cordelia knocked onto the ground. She's getting trampled. He has no choice but to go forward. Cordelia tries to regain her footing. Somebody kicks her. Xander fights through the manic women who tear his clothes, scratch, and grab at him.
Stop, Xander! I love you!
Xander finally managed to get to Cordelia. He lifts her into his arms. She buries her head in his shoulder, crying. Xander turns and encounters an enormous female cafeteria worker. She blocks his way, smiles a beat. Xander runs with Cordelia in the other direction. In the library daytime, Giles and Amy sit at the table with Amy's spell book open before them. Calendar hovers nearby. Giles is reading intently.
You must have botched the rituals so that Cordelia's necklace protected her from the spell. That one should be reversible. But where did you learn animal transformation?
Why did you send Xander away? He needs me.
That's a laugh.
He loves me. We look into each other's souls.
No one can love two people at once. What we have is real.
Instead of making me ill, why doesn't one of you try to help?
You don't know what I'm going through.
I know it isn't love, it's obsession. Selfish, banal obsession. Xander has put himself in danger, and if you really cared about him, you'd help me save him instead of nattering on about your feelings. Now let's get to work, Jenny.
But she's gone. Exterior school walkway. Xander and Cordelia back on their feet now. Around a corner, Xander checks behind him.
I think
They stop dead in their tracks when they see an even larger mob of concerned women. And this group is concerned and armed, led by none other than Willow, who carries an axe. A moment as they face off with the mob, Willow steps forward. She's been crying.
I should have known I'd find you with her.
Will, come on. You don't want to hurt me.
Oh no, you have no idea what this is like for me. I love you so much. I'd rather see you dead than with that bitch.
She moves towards Xander with the axe, but is knocked over by Harmony, who tries to get the axe away from her. Xander and Cordelia seize the moment to take off. Boiler room day. Buffy Rat runs down the stairs into the boiler room. A moment later, Oz follows holding a flashlight. Buffy Rat disappears behind the furnace pipe. Oz moves slowly around the room, his flashlight searching the dark corners.
Hey, Buffy?
Close on Buffy with a rat cam. Oblivious, she runs alongside the baseboard, sniffing, doing rat things. Then she turns the corner, runs smack into a gigantic, to her anyway, tomcat. The cat hisses, bears his horrible teeth. Buffy Rat backs off and the cat moves off, disappears up the stairs and into the school. Xander and Cordelia race down the street. He looks over his shoulder slowly.
Now I really think we lost him.
Oh, you're not running? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Damn it, Xander, what is going on? Who died and made you Elvis? Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. Xander?
There's Buffy's place. Let's get inside, then I'll explain.
Buffy's porch. Joyce, surprise, opens the door for Xander and Cordelia.
Xander, Cordelia.
Joyce follows them into the kitchen.
What happened? Why are you scratched up? Where's Buffy?
She's around.
Well, sit down and tell me about it. Why don't you run upstairs and grab some bandages out of the bathroom?
Cordy takes off. Xander smiles weakly. Joyce sighs and smiles back and keeps smiling. Uh-oh.
Let me get you something to drink. Are you in the mood for cold or hot?
I
think it's more of a hot, right? Don't you?
Whatever.
Goodness, you're so tense.
What are you doing? Make me a yak.
Go back upstairs, Cordelia. This is between us.
Gross. I think not.
Cordy grabs Joyce. They struggle, but Cordy is stronger and easily throws Joyce out the back door and locks it.
And keep your mom-aged mitts away from my boyfriend, former.
Now Cordy turns to Xander, pissed.
Why has everyone gone insane?
Insane? It's impossible for you to believe that other women find me attractive?
The only way you could get girls to want you would be witchcraft.
This is such a... Well, yeah, okay. Good point.
Right.
They are silenced when a rock flies through the window. Then Joyce's hand appears, feeling for the door lock.
Xander, honey, let Joyce in.
Interior Buffy's rooms. Xander and Cordy slam into Buffy's room. Xander runs to the window, opens it, and leans out.
Good. The mob still hasn't found us. We should be safer up here.
He cuts off his angel, vamp face and all, appears at the window, grabbing him and pulling him out. Blackout. Factory. Interior school boiler room. Rat cam, Buffy rat POV. She creeps along, moving toward a bunch of cartons. Suddenly in view comes a big, badass rat trap with a tasty-looking hunk of cheese on it. Buffy rat sniffs closer. Buffy's roof nighttime. Angel pulls Xander closer, gets in his face.
Where's Buffy?
Cordy, get out of here.
Okay.
Angel throws Xander off the roof. Buffy's house. Xander hits the ground. A moment later, lands, and Angel lands gracefully next to him. He lifts a dead Xander with one hand.
Perfect. I wanted to do something special for Buffy. Actually, to Buffy. But this is so much better.
Xander knees Angel, who falters briefly, but then backhands him, sending him flying. Angel pins Xander to the ground, wrenches his head to one side, bearing his tender white neck.
If it's any consolation, I feel very close to you right now.
Angel opens wide, moves in for the kill. Hands grab Angel and easily pull him off and throw him against a tree. Xander looks up grateful.
Buffy, how did you?
But he stops when he sees his rescuer, dumbfounded.
Don't fret, kitten. Mummy's here.
Xander backs away, but she grabs him and helps him up.
I don't know what you're up to, Drew, but it doesn't amuse me.
Drew turns on Angel, seething, petting a horrified Xander all the while.
You so much as harmed one hair on this precious head.
You've got to be kidding. Him?
Now. Just because I finally found a real man.
A real man. I guess I really did drive you crazy.
He fades back as Drew concentrates on her new boy toy. She gazes at him lovingly, traces the lines of his eyes, his lips.
Your face is a poem. I can read it.
Really? Does it say spare him by any chance?
Shh. How do you feel about eternal life?
Don't you think we should start with coffee? A movie? Maybe?
Drusilla smiles, bends to his neck. Xander struggles desperate when suddenly the night is filled with hostile shouts. Drusilla looks up, wide-eyed. The mob, still led by Willow, but even larger than before. It's the whole town, y'all. It now includes Calendar and Harmony and Katie.
There he is.
Get him!
Drew and Xander are surrounded, besieged by crying, concerned women. Xander is yanked from her arms. He and Drew are separated in the melee.
Mine. He's mine.
The women rip his clothes and tear at his hair. Willow watches, lover's wrath burning in her eyes as she twists her axe, waiting for her moment. Now Xander's on the ground, pinned by a woman. Willow steps forward, raises her axe, looks down at him sorrowful.
All you had to do was love me.
She's about to bring the axe when Cordelia slams into her, knocking her to the ground. Corey and Xander make it into the house. Cordy, not Corey, just barely managing to close the door against the frenzied women outside. Buffy's house. Drusilla is part of the mob that lays siege into Buffy's house. She pulls the door off the hinges. Two women run in, start to follow, but slams into an invisible barrier. Now we see Angel leaning against a tree nearby, smirking.
Sorry, Drew. Guess you're not invited.
Xander and Cordelia don't have a chance to catch their breath before Joyce appears in the living room doorway holding a large carving knife. She's distraught.
It's never gonna work for us, Xander. We'll have to end it.
That's great. Yay.
Sorry, I was trying to celebrate with you for a second. I didn't know.
The two other women who came in the back run up and join Joyce. Freaked, Xander and Cordelia race for the basement where they lock the door.
Deja vu much? Here's another good reason not to date you. People are always trying to kill me when I'm with you. So what do we do now? Wait for Buffy to come?
I wouldn't hold my breath.
School boiler room, rat cam. The trap looms large. The Buffy rat approaches. Angle, Oz. Still searching for Buffy rat, unconsciously sings to himself.
Ben, the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were looking for.
Science lab. Again with the candlelight and the red chalk female symbol, Giles and a sullen Amy stand at the lab table with her spell book. A beaker boils with a new brew.
You want me to go first or something?
Buffy's basement, nighttime. Cordelia and Xander are nailing the door shut. We hear someone trying it.
If we die in here, I'm going to kick your ass. I mean it.
None of this would have happened if you hadn't broken up with me. But no, you're so desperate to be popular.
Me? I'm not the one who embraced the black arts just to get a girl to like me. Well, congratulations. I guess it worked.
It would have worked fine, except your hide's so thick, not even magic can penetrate it.
That was for me.
A knife comes through the door right between them. Cordy screams and they both run down the stairs. As they reach the cellar door, glass shatters, an arm reaching in at them. Science lab. Giles drops a tuft of rodent hair into the boiling beaker. Again, a great plume of smoke.
Diana, Hecate, I hereby license thee to depart.
School boiler room, nighttime, rat cam. Buffy rat finally goes for the cheese in the trap. Interior school lab night.
Goddess of creatures, great and small, I conjure thee to withdraw.
School boiler room night. Oz is looking around when he is flooded by light from behind a bunch of crates. As it dissipates, he steps forward.
Buffy?
Buffy is on the ground behind the crates, which hide her delicate situation from view.
Whoa.
Basement nighttime, the door flies open, the women pouring in. Cordelia and Xander back into a corner, Xander wielding a wrench.
Oh God, Xander.
Get behind me.
I am.
Interior science lab night. Now Giles adds some herbs to the brew, more smoke.
And a goddess of love, be gone. Hear no more of your siren song.
Basement night. Willow heads the pack that converge on Xander. He is buried under their tearing hands. Science lab. Giles throws Cordelia's necklace in the pot. All at once, there's a great CGI rush of light from every window and the doorway and in the place, all disappearing into the pot. Buffy's basement. Everyone stops, staggers back, looks around. Boiler room. Oz approaches Buffy.
Hi, Oz. I seem to have a slight case of nudity.
You're not a rat. Call it an upside?
Can you grab me some clothes?
Oh, yeah. Don't go anywhere.
Really not an issue.
Giles and Amy look around. Everything seems normal. Giles gives Amy a stern look. Sheepishly, she hands him the book of spells. Buffy's basement. Xander gets up. Cordelia's coming out of the corner. All the women look at each other bewildered. Joyce, in particular, looks disturbed.
Wait, what did we?
Boy, that was the best scavenger hunt ever.
Yeah.
She smiles at the others, hoping they'll buy it. School hallway day. Buffy and Xander walk.
Ooh, scavenger hunt?
Well, your mom seemed to buy it.
So she says. I think she's just wigged at hitting on one of my friends that she's repressing. She's getting really good at that, actually. I should probably worry.
Well, I'm back to being incredibly unpopular.
Well, it's better than everybody trying to axe you, right?
Mostly, but Willow won't even talk to me.
Any particular reason she should?
How much raveling are we talking here?
A month at least. This was worse for her than anyone. She loved you before you invoked the great Rufy spirit. The rest of us...
You remember, huh?
Oh, yeah. I remember coming onto you, and I remember begging you to undress me, and then a sudden need for cheese. I also remember that you didn't.
Need cheese?
Undress me. And it meant a lot what you said.
I would never take advantage of you like that. Okay, it was a touch and go there for a minute, but...
You came through, Xander. There may be hope for you yet.
Tell that to Cordelia.
You're on your own there.
Courtyard day. Cordy and Harmony are back in lockstep. The other Cordettes are around.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Weinberg called me at home last night.
Cody, the one with the 350 SL?
Everyone. He said he's thinking of taking me to the pledge dance on Thursday.
That's so huge.
Yeah, there are just two other girls he's going to ask first, and if they refuse,
They literally bump into Xander.
watch it.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Excuse me, who asked you to share our oxygen? God. I'm glad your mom stopped working through the drive-thru long enough to dress you.
He keeps walking, his face grimly set.
That reminds me, did you see Jennifer's backpack? It's trying to be...
Harmony, shut up!
Everyone stops, including Xander, who slowly turns as...
You know what you are, Harmony? You're a sheep.
I'm not a sheep.
You're a sheep. Sweaters are made from your woolly coat. All you ever do is what everyone else does, so you can say you did it first. And here I am scrambling for your approval when I'm way cooler than you are because I'm not a sheep. I do what I want. I wear what I want. And you know what? I'll date whoever I want to date, no matter how lame he is.
She grabs Xander's hand and they walk off, leaving Harmony stunned. Xander and Cordelia, she is breathing shallow, terrified at her own display of independence.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You're gonna be okay. Just keep walking.
Oh, God, what have I done? No one's ever going to talk to me again.
Sure they will. If it helps, when we're around them, you and I can fight a lot.
You promise?
You can pretty much count on it.
Blackout, the end. All right. And that concludes our Love Hangover, Buffy, the Vampire Slayers reading. Let's have our cast hop back on camera just for a second. Yeah, so I just want to give a round of applause to all the actors. Elizabeth, Jake, Kristen, Ty, Chris, Tashika, Blue, Richard, Denzel, Barry, Jeff, Jessica, Kim Lee. Did I say everyone's name? I think I said
Michael.
everyone's. Michael Furr. Yes, Drusilla, Michael Furr. Yeah. So thank every single one of y'all. Again, we do stand with the survivors of workplace harassment, misogyny, and racism. We stand with Charisma Carpenter and Ray Fisher. So the reason we're doing these Buffy episodes is because we like Buffy. So we are separating the art from the artist in this case. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week on February 28th. That will be Love Bites, another Buffy the Vampire Slayer